The market is attempting to dislodge you from your position, notably from your XRP. One of the most well-known XRP chart analysts is arguing that, and I see statements like that rather often. Additionally, I understand what people mean when they claim that the market is trembling, as if they're attempting to defraud you of your money. That's how I see it worded. Now, it might be the overall outcome of a particular market activity. Still, I don't believe the smart money out there doesn't care about you based on how they deliberately buy and sell. They don't seem to care whether you're wealthy or not. They care if they are profitable or not. What you're doing doesn't matter to them. They don't specifically want you to lose. It doesn't matter what happens as long as they can earn their money. There will be a large number of people who earn money. This isn't precisely a zero-sum situation. Here, a lot of people can profit from investing in XRP and selling it for a healthy profit. Therefore, when things are volatile, especially when they move to the downside, it's not that the market is intentionally trying to hurt you. These are merely the inevitable results of individuals and organizations acting in ways that suit their interest globally. Therefore, if you don't make your judgments based on your judgment, the end outcome could be detrimental to you. So I understand the idea, therefore, there is a genuine risk involved. Of course, I would concur with that. I see it written that way, but I'm likely being picky. I simply don't understand how humans engage in that way. Apart from that minor quibble, this post is spot on. And look, there is a genuine chance to get wealthy and change your life right now. Nothing about me is unique, but I'm succeeding. I am merely a guy on the internet who goes by the ridiculous moniker Moon Lambo. You can accomplish this if I can. However, most people will not get highly wealthy using cryptocurrency. However, you can. The important thing is that there is an opportunity. It's your responsibility to take advantage of it. And with XRP in particular, that is absolutely true. However, I want to be clear before continuing. I have no financial experience and am not a financial counselor. Furthermore, nothing I write or say should influence you to buy or sell anything. I'm a hobbyist who enjoys creating YouTube videos about crypto-related subjects, since it emphasizes that we've had times similar to what we're going through that make people nervous. I'd start by posting this post from the blockchain backer. It might seem like the world's end in cryptocurrency, but it's not. However, we're sitting nicely, so I'm unsure how valid that statement is for XRP holders. Since that's how people react to things like that, you might feel afraid if you got it more recently, and it's a little bit lower than when you bought it. However, I doubt that most XRP holders feel that way. Many of you listening have undoubtedly been with XRP for a long time. You are presumably quite satisfied with its current state. You also realize that the current state of volatility is typical. Additionally, it's what we anticipated for the years before this, which is pleasing. However, the majority of the market went wild. The Crypto Fear and Greed Index says we're terrified. As I write this, that's where we are. A great deal of fear. I am floating on a cloud while you seem in another world. The XRP USD chart, however, is at the top, and that's in the present era. There are charts below. That's from 2021, the most recent market cycle. This is what the blockchain proponent had to say. I've given the crazy pump and dump that we witnessed this week a lot of thought. I remember that we had something similar in 2021 before the narrative, and the bull moved full steam ahead. At 3 in the morning on January 29, 2021, Elon Musk added Bitcoin to his bio, causing it to rise 20%. That same day, it fell. Therefore, it goes without saying that the analogy here would be Trump declaring that he would place XRP and a few other coins in a strategic crypto reserve, which caused them to rise and then quickly fall back down. So, the write-up was enjoyable. The drawback wasn't as enjoyable either. However, it was amusing because, in the end, we're just going to keep getting a larger cryptocurrency pie, which is what I would have liked if it had remained there. However, there are instances when these ebullient actions are just that, exuberant. In any case, he said that it doesn't seem like a huge deal today. However, that's because more than 2/3 of the people here followed Elon Musk in January 2021. That was a pivotal point in the history of cryptocurrency, since the mainstream media continued to label us as a criminal sector. Yes, it is unquestionably true. Things like that feel fantastic until they don't. And believe me when I say there were numerous instances during the previous bull run when sentiment and feelings were completely out of control. Furthermore, the cycle did not end just because those feelings were in the gutter. It just wasn't. And here, we're not seeing the best indicators. Therefore, that is not the most likely scenario. Dom, an XRP chart analyst, shared his thoughts in this post. I am aware that some cryptocurrency users are becoming impatient. Honestly, it doesn't make sense to be impatient here. However, he He even acknowledges that he is feeling a little impatient, and I'll be honest with you right away, I am not. Even in imperfect markets, I'm having too much fun here every single day. I am not impatient at all. Even before I was aware that cryptocurrencies existed, I had this long-term perspective because I knew that to retire and indeed be wealthy enough not to rely on others or the government, you must be responsible all of your life and invest only in dull things, like ETFs, the stock market, and the S&P 500. And you continue doing that for decades upon decades. And it's all right. At the end of the journey, you have substantial wealth. That's it. You can then retire with honor. Yes, exactly. You can do it right here. Now that I've applied why of thinking to crypto, things happen much more quickly. Therefore, investing in the crypto asset class can significantly inflate net worth. However, I continued to follow the same strategy because I knew I would always desire exposure, even if I had no control over when or to what extent the market would surge. After that, I follow along. Thus, in that regard, my perspective has remained unchanged. Only when I was new to cryptocurrency did price activity ever frighten me. Since I jumped in November 2017 and 2018 have been enjoyable times. However, while the market was declining, I thought it might. That's what I thought. However, I thought, this makes logical sense. Once the dollar cost average began, I purchased XRP at 55 cents. Water dropped to 50, 45, and 40 cents. And I continued to buy all the way. I'm looking at how much money I invested in XRP by the time it dropped to 25 cents. I've lost more than half of my investment. I understand how it feels. However, after roughly 9 months, I let rationality take control. And even then, the volatility of a price movement here has never made me feel that emotional queasy. I've only taken that long-term strategy. I have absolutely no patience, so I have never lost my tolerance. In those early stages, I had the same terror of adverse price action that every other person hearing has experienced at some point. But I've always said that patience is a virtue. Since patience is necessary for success in investment, especially cryptocurrency, I'm just as patient now as I was 7 years ago. In any case, this is what Dom stated. Now is the best time to believe that the market is purposefully trying to shake you out before the next step up. Even this price movement is designed to deplete sentiment. Usually, this kind of conduct only occurs before a significant change. It is intended to trap, shake out weak hands, and persuade or make people doubt the apparent. Aside from the macro environment, the current state of cryptocurrency is crazy. Furthermore, everyone is devaluing and losing sight of the overall picture. Over the past 4 years, we've experienced nothing but animosity toward this industry, regulatory conflicts, ambiguity, and direct attacks on this area. However, the SEC is increasingly abandoning cases in droves, moving away from enforcement and toward the creation of unambiguous regulations. The Trump administration publicly supports cryptocurrency and has even plans to establish a national reserve of digital assets. 2018, I would have called someone insane if they had told me that. Why the abrupt change? Why now? The wall has the writing on it. Although the market is trying to dissuade us, the environment is as bullish as it gets. I can still see the charts moving in either direction. I've laid out every possible scenario for the next week or so, but wow, they played us much slower if this was a macro top before. I don't imagine a scenario in which Bitcoin and other solid assets don't rise over the upcoming year. Even if that is the case, that poster is fantastic. Apart from my small disclaimer, I don't believe that typical market players think they want you to perform poorly so that they can perform better. I believe they don't care. Putting that minor annoyance aside, they are only acting in their own best interests. This makes a lot of sense. I wanted to draw attention to this because even if the market declines, which I don't think is likely, those who stick on end up making money. Let's say we even reach a bear market. The market will continue to trend in that direction, but you have no influence over when or to what extent it rises. It's much easier to handle all of this if you know and believe that. It does. There will be no stopping this. Before you run out of weak hands to sell, you can have a reversal in direction that scares the living daylights out of people for a while. Some people, like me, will then decline to sell. Although I've never sold a single XRP in my life, I will never sell in a panic, because something is trending downward if I'm motivated enough to sell to the positive. If there was a flaw in the coding and everything was collapsing, and if there was a coin where that occurred, then all right. But yeah, I won't just sell and react emotionally unless there's some crazy exception like that. This asset class will grow significantly. Once more, people who wait patiently are the ones who are rewarded. Humans have no chance if they don't do that, even though it's impossible to predict exactly what this will look like or how it will turn out. I'm telling you this, if you can't purchase and hold for extended periods, you have no chance. I can see that. No, I don't know how this looks exactly, but the idea is valid. much like the stock market. You get an investment that way. You wait, you make purchases, and you are widely visible. The idea is straightforward. Emotion makes human execution difficult, and we are our worst adversaries when it comes to investment. That's all though. Since I just told you, I don't have a course to sell you because it's a straightforward method. That's all. After making a purchase, you wait. That's all. There you have it. Folks, I have nothing to sell you. I don't have any classes for you. It's this. Since I'm not a chart analyst, I could get creative, but it would be dishonest nonsense. At this point, it makes sense to be enthusiastic and hopeful. The likelihood of a final blow-off peak before a new bear market starts is high. We will ultimately enter a new bear market though, and I'll also be happy about it. Hopefully, it will mean I haven't made a mistake and have sold most or all of my cryptocurrency. Then, with my new funds, I will incidentally use that money to preserve my fortune. Given that the market is in a bear market, I might reinvest a tiny portion of my money, perhaps 5%, 10%, or something, in cryptocurrency. Apart from that though, I can't wait to invest my newfound wealth in cryptocurrency. The remainder will be invested in wealth preservation mode for the sole purpose of diversification. Nevertheless, I will invest almost all of my new money in cryptocurrency. Here, I'll be purchasing everything at a discount, so it makes sense to be excited even in that situation. Simply be excited and realize that people are terrible at this, and that you are already light years ahead of them if you adopt the opposite perspective. Therefore, don't fall for that, even if someone purposely tried to shake you out, which I don't think is true. Just stop depending on your emotions and make your mature judgments. I do not provide financial advice. Nothing I write or say should influence you to buy or sell anything. That is an awful idea.